Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. All right, are we ready? April 21st, 2025, the week of. We're going around the world from Aries to Pisces. Let's see what's happening for the week. All right, Aries. Hold on. These suckers are slippery. I think I've said that before. All right, Ten of Wands is reversed. Hallelujah. Right? Ooh, the Fool. Wow, you guys are ready for new beginnings. You've been waiting. Some of you have been really waiting for the right time, which is called divine timing, to say, I'm moving on. I'm going wherever I want to go. I'm doing what I want. I'm starting over. Some of you are, well, this is, right? This is kind of like your new year, if you will, for Aries. Absolutely. This is a new year for you. I also feel that with the new knowledge that you have attained great knowledge from the tree of life, ascended for some. You've gone through the worst of the worst is over, right? The Ten of Wands is reversed. So you're like, I am done. I am now moving on. I'm taking my mask off and or those of others, that what I've learned is what makes me happy. What is it that makes me happy? And that's what you've learned. You've learned not to take the weight of the world of others' pain and to disassociate yourself from that pain in order to move on and to go for what it is that you truly want. And you're not going to take or accept anyone that is not truly authentic to what it is that you want. Okay? And that is part of the ascension process, just so you know. The ascension process comes with a lot of pain and grieving and physical pain as well, right? You can look up ascension symptoms, and some of you have been having those symptoms in your body and not knowing what they are. So if you look them up, you'll understand how the pain and wounds and trauma from your past lineage even has affected or was affecting your ability to move on. And now it's no longer that. It's like, now it's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror and saying, I'm ready. The masks are off, right? I'm being authentic to myself. No longer am I going to wait around for others to tell me what it is that I want. Which, we do as humans. We can't help sometimes but, want other people's opinions. But sometimes, I'll tell you, Aries, and if anyone knows it, it's an Aries, that people's opinions, you'll take it into consideration, but they don't matter. Those opinions don't matter. The only thing that matters for Aries right now is you need to go for what it is that you want. And that's what you've learned. And or you've always known. It was just, you had to remember what really matters to you in your life. And that's the only way that you've been given that Fool. It's like you had to clear the slate. You had to heal. You had to stop listening to what others' opinions of you are and or you them. It's like literally cleaning the slate. I mean, it is quite appropriate for the new year. You only want those people in your life that are trustworthy. Some of you have animals and you realize the importance of the unconditional love that you receive from your animals and how important it is to bring only those people that vibe with your unconditional love that you give to others. And if you don't, then this is where you're at. You're still trying to release the part of you or parts of you that haven't been loved unconditionally. So that's what some of you that are now still working on that, you're coming into this week knowing that you need to release the traumas, the wounds that you have been kind of holding on to, yours and or others. He's been through it. I mean, look at the Fool's face. He's been through it. You've had to literally, which is probably what's happened, is that spirit literally kind of turned your whole life around, right? To see and to gain a new perspective of who you are and what it is that you want. We have certain things that happen in our lives that turn us upside down, right? They make us wait. Spirit makes us wait to realize, right? That's a blessing. And let me see, what is the Fool holding? The card is, he's looking at himself in the mirror. So that is what you've had to do for some of you. You had to look in the mirror and say, gosh, you know what? I'm not following my authenticity. I need to be myself. And in order to be myself, that parts of me needed to fall away. And those were the egoic parts that didn't make me feel good when I, put my head to the pillow at night. I didn't feel good about certain things that have, come around in my life and or have gone. So I did have to do a reprocessing, a rethinking of what I really want in my life. And to gain that knowledge, everything had to be turned upside down in your world. And that goes from everything. That's just not personal relationship, family issues, people that you've loved and lost, people that you don't talk to anymore that maybe were just friends and acquaintances or what have you. Everything had to be literally turned upside down in order for you to gain a new vision of who you are and what it is that you want. Hence, a new life. Really and truly, a new beginning for you from the ground up. That's why we say ground zero. What happened in New York. It's ground zero. You're at ground zero. You're at your new life. This is where you start your new life from here on in. This is the week that you start your new life. Absolutely. You are taking now this pentacle, which is your heart. And that's what you had to see and or seek. Okay? You had to seek your heart once again. You had to find it. It's not that it was gone. It was just that you were allowing the externals to take precedence. And now you're no longer doing that. Aries, this is beautiful. Please comment and let me know. But what a great week, because it falls right under the aspects of what's going on in your life right now as your new chapter begins. It's Aries season. I mean, in the sense of starting a new life, right? We know it's Taurus, Gemini season, but it is a new start for Aries. It's like the birth of a new you. Okay. Taurus. Wow, these two came right out. So we have, wow, look at this, beautiful. I don't know why I'm seeing July 4th with this card. I feel like something significant is going to happen, Taurus, in July 4th. July 4th weekend, King of Swords. You could have a masculine and or a feminine who's very financially independent, or you became single. You have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius in your chart, or you're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius who's like, it's a feminine, but she's more masculine, right? You're maybe reconnecting with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you have what? The Four of Pentacles is reversed. So you're not holding back, or nor is anyone else, in terms of, right, reconnecting, reuniting with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, right? You're not holding back any longer, and or they're not. Maybe you're reconnecting with someone who's very clear about, like, it could be, I have said it, I believe, with Taurus before. This could be like a bestie. It's your confidant. It could be a sister. It could be someone who you confide in. I see 4th of July here. Maybe something's going on. Maybe there's planning, doing something with this person around the 4th of July. I know it's a ways ahead of schedule. Something's going on 4th of July with you and a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Celebrating, seeing each other again. Maybe you're in the planning stages of doing something over the summer, going together somewhere, reconnecting. This feminine and or masculine is like, has the eagle eye. She does hide behind the mask, whereby she doesn't always tell you what she's feeling. She doesn't. She may be not feeling so great. Maybe she's single. And Taurus, it could be your bestie, really. Or someone that you're dating that is single, and they have their eye on you. Because this person is very clear and knows what she and or he wants. Something about wings. Wings, the beak, feathers, massive. You're going to see, like, maybe on social media, or maybe you have literally seen an eagle and or a hawk, or you're going to see feathers in different colors. Now, each color, Taurus, means something. So if you see, like this card depicts, which I love, a rainbow of colors in the eagle feathers, then look them up because they are significant. This person's really colorful, but they don't really show their emotions because she's very logical, and or he is very logical. He has his eye on something. Maybe you're doing a business deal with this person. Maybe you're getting plans and organizing ideas, or throwing out different ideas about planning, a business together, doing something together. Maybe you both have the same vision. A bestie could be definitely a soulmate who you really just connect with really soulfully. You have the same vision. If someone's coming to you, and this could be also, this person could be coming to you needing advice for a job, or their money is upside down. Meaning they need a job, or they need a new gig, or they are throwing out ideas at you, Taurus, because you know how to make things happen. And this person does value how you make your money and what you do. Yeah, this person is financially, I don't want to say destitute, but I heard destitute. You have 5 of coins here. And it's upright with the with a 4 of coins reversed. So I'm going to say some of you, you may have, what is it? Oh, Taurus. Oh, put your money where your mouth is. Maybe some of you made some not so good investments, like maybe the stock market, and then the tariffs hit. And now you're like, shit, I lost money. Some of you could be losing money, or you lost money. If you're a betting person, you could have lost money. Someone, you could have, okay, don't get upset, but if you were giving advice on a betting idea, or bet on, you know, some kind of a stock or Bitcoin or something, right? And you gave this to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, I can guarantee you they're not happy because they lost money. Someone lost money here. If it is you, then you lost money and you're needing to talk to your bestie about it. Or maybe this is a financial advisor. It could be. It could be a lawyer. You could be getting, okay, you could be filing a will and testament. I don't know why, but you're thinking ahead. Not for yourself now, but for those that you love. You're putting maybe money aside, or going to take a certain percentage and put them in your will. It could be your sister, an older sister, something like that. Wow, look at, yeah, it is. It's kind of like you're getting your ducks in a row. It is investments. Some of you did invest, you know, let's just say you put in $70 and you got back 50, so you lost. That kind of thing. If you're a gambler, you lost some money. And if it is just you are putting someone in your will and testament, or they're coming to tell you that they're going to put you in their will and testament, or you become the POA, the power of attorney. Maybe you become the beneficiary, or they are the beneficiary, and you're going to have that discussion or convo with them. Okay? If you did lose money, let's see what's going on here. Oh, wow. This is a soul connection. You have the king and queen. This is someone, this could be a significant person in your life who's single. Okay? And they have the same vision as you. It's like if it's not a sister or an aunt or someone, this person is significant in your life. They could be single for sure. They need your advice and or help with money. So you could be going with them. You could be their financial advisor, or you're going with them for financial help, or you're putting them in your will and testament. Okay, they want me to like just stop. Let's keep that energy. The energy of loss of money is, I'm just going to say it, all right? If it was an issue of gambling or what have you, I'm just going to say it. You learned your lesson, and or they did. Okay. Maybe someone took a gamble, you know. I heard shoot your shot. You did something like that financially. Who knows? Maybe you were in Vegas, you know, and your bestie said, "Hey, put money on this," and you lost. You know, I mean, it's kind of could be as simple as that, but not as simple. Do you know what I mean? All right. I love you guys. All right, Gemini. Wow, Gemini, the 5 of coins. I'm sorry. I digress. I am not used to the deck. Ace of coins. Sorry. I digress. Beautiful. New ideas, new business, new money coming in, money. You have been also really smart about your money. Putting your resources, you're smart about what you do with your resources, how you maintain what you have and how you grow. This could be growing an idea, making money. Wow, King of Swords. All right, so that's you. You're telling me that I put something out there and it's going to make huge profit. I'm smart about the way that I take this one pentacle, and I'm proud of it. How I take this one pentacle and I make something happen with it. A business. This is something that maybe you launched a month ago, or you're getting ready to launch this month. You have had to kind of, okay, if you have launched something, Gemini, you had to take yourself out of the equation, so to speak, about how this pentacle is going to make profit. You put something out there, or you're getting ready to put something out there, and you are not worrying or overthinking it. You're just you surrendered to how it's going to profit, or how it's going to work out. Whether it's a profit or it's not, that's not the issue. You've been very smart about how you show up with this Ace of Pentacles, right? You're very smart. You're wise. You've saved your money. A lot of you have saved. A lot of you have maybe been putting in small little investments, maybe diversifying your portfolio if you have one. You've been really smart about your money. You've also been, if you did, like I said, if you launch something, or if you're getting ready to launch something this month, the profits, you're going to see it coming in. Because you ended up not being so focused on, okay, I'm going to put this out there and, I expect it, or I did it so that it would make me money. That's not the way that you put this out there. You didn't. You did put something out there, or you're getting ready to launch a new business, or get a new job, or put an idea out there and let it go and allow it to be out there for the right reasons, right? So if you've launched something, you put it out to the world as to help humanity or mankind, and or maybe your income, or a new job, or a new business, but this comes from the heart. And that's why this is here. What you did was, you did something, you're working on something, you've launched it, or you are launching it, but it comes from the heart without expectations. You surrendered to how it's going to profit or not. Or if it's a relationship, is it going to work or not? You've left it to higher powers, to God. You're not thinking, oh my God, I did this for this reason and this reason alone. That's not why you did it. Or why you launch something, or how you save your money. Okay, I love that. It's really out, that it's out of your hands, and that whatever you have launched, or whatever you do from here on in, has to be from your heart. And not so much logically. It's like I'm getting myself out of which a Gemini, all air signs do, right? It's like, I don't want to overthink certain things. I just want certain things I have to just surrender to what the universe wants from me and go with what my heart says instead of my logic. I'm putting my logic to rest, which is a great thing for a Gemini in all air signs, and that's not easy to do. Yep. I've decided that I'm no longer listening to what my head space says. It's not logic any longer. It's going to be what my heart wants. I've been through a lot of tumultuous situations that for some that have ended and some that are renewing, but no matter what, I know that I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to follow my intuition. And I know what I want, and it is what the heart wants. Your heart doesn't lie. It's not like we lie. It's our logic tries to convince us otherwise, right? Which is the ego. You've put your ego to rest. Look at that. And it's masculine and feminine energies. That's like crazy. It's like you're reigniting and opening your heart in ways that maybe you haven't felt in a while, right? Let's get one more. Yeah. You're allowing things to come to you just as you did when you were a kid. You're putting those things to rest that didn't work, but now you understand that you're not the one in charge. Spirit is. And that's not easy. I'm telling you, it's not easy for air signs to just like say, this is what I want. And that is what my heart says is what I want. And not convincing yourself otherwise. Talking yourself out of something or into something that is purely logic and not heart. So you're going for it. Home is where the heart is, Gemini. Don't we know that? Some of you, okay, they want me to say one more thing. Sorry. Some of you Geminis have a hawk, eagle as a totem animal. Or birds are very significant. Some of you do see birds, or you do know that the hawk is the Holy Spirit. Okay? This is like stripping away everything that you thought in your life was gone, and now that Ace of Pentacles, everything starts over again. Starting over. Okay. Wow. Gemini, great read. All right, Cancers. What's going on for Cancers? Four of Pentacles reversed. I love that. Ooh, the World. The World is your oyster, Cancers. And, oh, I love it. Three of Swords reversed. So with the Three of Swords reversed and the Four of Cups reversed, you are healing from an upset, right? Whatever upset you, whatever has ended, you're healing from. It could be a relationship with a significant other, maybe has ended, and you're now healing from it and moving on. Some of you are taking yourself on a trip far away just to get, like, some of you are in the way that you're healing. You're like, you know what? I need to get away for a little while. And maybe I'll take a trip to wherever in the world that I choose. Some of you are going a distance for sure. Some of you are going to the promised land, Jerusalem. I feel that some of you are following, look at this, she's got her whole heart chakra is open. So I will say that whatever Cancers has ended in your life, opened your heart up to a whole nother platform, to a whole nother platform. Your heart's opened up as you've been healing. The losses have allowed you to open your heart to where maybe it was closed off for a while. Some of you really had to go within to find yourself again, right? I just heard, I was lost and now I'm found. Some of you, which I love, sound healing. You're getting into it by means of learning about it. Sound healing, binaural beats, going to the beat of your own drum and no longer following, I feel some of you were holding on and following not even your heart or your head. Do you know what I mean? Maybe some of you were kind of in limbo with what it is that you really wanted and the choices that you've made, Cancers, brought you to tears, to your knees. Some of you have been praying and asking for, some of you have been asking for something to end, asking Spirit, please show me the way. If it is meant to end, then let it be. Let it be in your hands. For Spirit, some of you allowed Spirit to take, which Spirit always does, especially when it comes to what your heart really wants. You ask Spirit to show you the way forward in releasing this past pain. The relationships that didn't work. Some of you, your ego had to be dropped. Dropping what you thought, maybe even expectations of what others wanted from you, And now you're your own person, Cancers. Come on, look at that. And it is. Some of you, you're like, listen, my whole life just changed, but I have changed. And when I look at myself now, I see a brand new person. I know and realize that I am a soul first in a human body. Look at that. The embodiment of soul. Your soul has opened you up to the possibilities are endless. Some of you have changed your hair color. Maybe you do have like red hair, or maybe like you've put highlights in your hair. Some of you have really changed your look, or you're getting ready to, you're kind of like looking at certain pictures of what other hair colors that might match your skin tone. Some of you love to wear earrings and or wear like headdresses, meaning, I don't know, little jewelry, putting jewelry in your head, on your headdress. Something about dressing up your hair, right? Maybe putting your hair in a French braid or something like that, or putting jewelry in your hair or glitter, something like that. Maybe you did that for the holiday season, or you bought some new jewelry and you love wearing it, or what have you. This is off the cuff, seriously. Some of you are learning to, a new instrument. You're learning a new instrument. You want to learn to play a new instrument, and it's kind of foreign to you, but you're enjoying it. Some of you are listening to foreign music and or learning a foreign language. Oh, I love that. All right, let's see, Cancers. How beautiful. Wow, look at that. Yep. Saying goodbye. This is like farewell to the old me. Cancers, farewell to the old me. And guess what? I'm packing light, right? I'm packing light. I'm not taking this with me. I'm not taking the pain and the upset with me. I'm saying goodbye to the old me, and now look at me now. I'm serious. Wow, how beautiful. Absolutely. Some of you are getting a dog, or you feel that you may want to get a dog. You know, what is that? You pick a rose and he loves me not, right? She loves me not. Finally coming to terms with the truth of deserving unconditional love and not getting it. And most importantly, for yourself. Feeling that, Cancers, for yourself. Oh, these two came out. Look at that. Ooh, yeah, the end. Seriously. Whatever ended, this could be a marriage. This could be a marriage. But I'm also going to tell you, seriously, I am going to say that some of you have either been interested in, non-denominational church, if you do go to church, or if you just chose over this Passover or Easter, the season of rebirth, you have become reborn. Born again Christian, some of you may have become reborn in the sense of an awakening, for sure, with this card, and or you've changed the way that you grew up believing when you were a kid, and that has ended in terms of I'm going my own way. Meaning, for some of you, let's just say, just so that you can understand it, just, is I've been Catholic all my life, but now I am attending a non-denominational church, and I'm doing, and going there and doing it my way, believing in what I want to believe in, and not so much what has been borrowed, through my upbringing. Okay, so that could have ended. But if it's a marriage, then that ended. But I do feel it's mostly that you have ascended into not what you grew up believing, meaning you're going your own way. You're believing what you want. If it is a relationship, then so be it. It's like, Cancers, it's like you became a new person as soon as you were able to let this person, those thoughts about that person, let it all go. Which is beautiful because you're not taking it with you. Okay, Leos. Leos. What's going on for Leos? All right, 7 of Cups is reversed. So illusions, no more illusions about a lover, a relationship, being together with someone. That's the 6 of Cups, the lovers. And the 5 of Swords. Ooh. Okay, I'm hearing we don't see eye to eye. So you're not being disillusioned by what you thought this person was like. Maybe, okay, Leos, I feel that you thought your person was one way, and now you're looking at it closer, and you're realizing the differences in your relationship. It's kind of like the more that you've had time to spend with someone, your whomever you're dating or you're in love with or you've had a long-term relationship with, you're seeing them truly differently. Like we don't believe, oh, I almost said belong. Some of you are saying we don't belong together any longer because we are always fighting. For others of you, it's like you maybe you had your eyes set on one person, so you got yourself out of the dating scene, and now you're like, I'm sorry, but I feel some of you are regretting that you kind of put your eggs all in one basket. You have 5, 6, 7. But instead of it being 5, 6, 7, it's 7, 6, 5. Look. You have 7, 6, 5. So that's where I feel for you, Leos, you got into a relationship not really knowing a lot about this person. And now that you've been in it for a minute, you're kind of seeing the true essence of this person. And it's like causing you to fight a lot. We have our differences. We don't see eye to eye. Someone like is so focused on being right. They don't want to lose the fight. So someone says, Leo, or it's you, I mean, no matter what, you can't win. You can't win over this person when you fight because they seem to manipulate the argument so that they're always right. And I don't feel that you saw this in this person when you first started dating them, or you didn't know they were like this. It's kind of like, who knew? I feel like you got into something way too soon. You didn't know them. And now you're like, now things are coming to the surface. And for those of you who were single and, on Hinge or on whatever, dating site or something, you really did put your eggs in one basket. And I feel now you have some feelings, senses of regret. This person wants to win, like, at all costs. Like, even if they have to, say something that is so demeaning and so hurtful. This is verbal abuse for some. This person can be very verbally abusive. Some of you, an eagle, or you've seen an eagle, or someone tried to put their claws in you. You're their prey. I'm so sorry. I do feel that some of you became their prey. Wow. Leos, what the heck? Yeah. It's not fair. It's not fair. Someone lied to you, perhaps? Maybe someone lied to you and you found out that someone portrayed themselves totally different when you first met them than they are now. I'm sorry for the glare, but I wanted to have a new backdrop. Make it different. I mean, come on. Yeah, I feel, Leo, some of you, someone just made themselves look like they were gonna just check all your boxes, and instead have done the exact opposite. If they lied to you, it wasn't like I don't feel it was an all-out lie. I feel the lie was that they didn't tell you who they truly were. They didn't tell you that, like, they want to win at all costs. And they will say whatever they need to say to win an argument, to win whatever. Maybe to even win you over. That's what that means, winning you over. Look at that. Ten of Pentacles is reversed. Okay, if someone promised you a secure lifestyle, like let's just say you married this person or you've been dating this person and they promised you like the world, you know, not literally, but they said, I'm going to provide for you and your children. I'm going to take care of you. I promise. They exaggerated their promises. And some of you, they did not keep their promises. And you know that it was unfair. Now you know it. You were promised certain things with this, like even a commitment. Maybe some of you, you've been dating this person and they've been promising you a commitment, but they can't fulfill their promise. And I just heard, for some of you, they're backing out of that promise. Maybe they can't fulfill it and they didn't want to tell you. It wasn't really a lie, but they didn't have the financial means to maybe take care of you, and they have kids to take care of. So, you know, they may be paying child support or alimony. You know, they still have court issues and you didn't know it. And now you're finding out about it. So that's like causing a fight, or maybe you do have, you know, you have family obligations, and or they do, where it's like the money is given to the kids and they didn't tell you that they do that. So it's kind of like that. It's not necessarily a blatant lie. It's just, it's a lie because someone's withholding the truth of what they may have been promising you and they cannot keep. I'm sorry, Leos, that was rough. What the heck, right? Let me know for sure. It could also, Leos, I'm just hearing, it could also be that maybe if you needed financial support, let's just say from a father figure, you're the child and you asked for help, they may have said to you at one time, Leo, yeah, I'll be able to help you. And then when you actually need the help, they're like saying, you know what, I'm sorry, but I don't have it. Something like that. And for some of you, a father was absent in your upbringing. And that is tying into the type of people that you date where they're absent. Virgo. Death. Right out the gate. The end of a relationship, the end of a marriage, the end of what you've known to be true. The Nine of Wands. It's a rough ending. It's taking every ounce of your energy because you feel that this person is and or was your soulmate and or twin, whatever you want to label it as, but this person made you really happy. You kind of know this person was meant for you, but it's ended. It's done. And it could be with a Scorpio. which you've been having for at least 9 years that I've been reading. I feel that it's like finally over. Maybe you had glimpses of possibilities of maybe reuniting, or, you know, you thought maybe this person would come back, I hear, to their senses. Who doesn't want a Virgo? I feel that it could be a younger Scorpio feminine, and this ending has taken every ounce of your energy. Yeah, I'm so sorry. This person was like, this is like, look at how this card that they have, the Six of Cups, very childlike, very fun, you know, youthful, fun, childlike. This person has, how can I say it? It's kind of like they're real spontaneous. This person's very spontaneous. They live by the seat of their pants. They're very intuitive, but yet, you know, it's like being at Disneyland. Maybe some of you went to Disneyland and you're exhausted. Whatever. All I'm saying is, Virgos, that maybe that part also, okay, so that's what they're saying also. It doesn't necessarily mean, for some of you, it is for sure, like signed, sealed, and delivered, the end of a relationship with you and a Scorpio that has been going on for at least 9 years, if not longer. For others of you, this is the death of like your childhood, where it's like, I don't feel like I have fun anymore. We don't do anything spontaneous anymore. I'm so, you know, it's like one foot in the grave and the other foot in your childhood. And what is in between is the energy that you are like, you're feeling like some of you, it's midlife, right? It's like a midlife crisis. Especially, this is midlife crises, right? I'm in the middle of my life. I'm clearly not at the end of my life. And for some of you, that midlife crisis brought you out of feeling like you had no life in you until you met this person that gave you that childlike or childhood feeling of being like in love again, or what have you. This person made you feel like really you were like at Disneyland all the time. It was like always happy, always fun, having fun. But then the fun has ended. And now it's like exhausting. If it's a relationship, so be it. But it could also mean that you are in your midlife, you're having a midlife crisis where you're like, oh shit, I don't want to go, but I'm definitely not at that, you know, in my 20s where I can just do what I want. Or maybe I'm feeling, which is the Nine of Wands, is I'm feeling that essence of not being able to do what I used to do when I was younger. You know, that hits you hard, for sure. When you're, you know, even if, okay, they're saying, they're using the example of like a cartwheel, you know, like, or a handstand, you know, all of the physical, the things that you could do when you were younger, you can't do any longer. And that sucks. Because truly, you feel like you think you can do it for sure. You've literally convinced yourself that you could do a cartwheel or a handstand or do the splits. And then you try to do it and you're like, shit, I can't do what I used to be able to do. Maybe some of you were were, cheerleaders or what have you. And now it's like, man, I can't do that split anymore. And that's like the reality sets in. So you're in between, which is the in between of, you're in your midlife. And some of you are having a midlife crisis. Some of you find you're only happy around your animals. Like your animals are everything. Dogs, cats, horses, going to Disneyland. If you have a daughter and or son, daughter, say, that maybe they are no longer at home. So you're maybe, you're empty nesters, right? And it sucks because that person made you feel young again. And so be it. If it's a relationship, this person was like a soulmate that made you feel young again. That's why people go mostly with younger people. When they date younger, age groups, or they're, dating someone from a younger generation, that makes you feel young again. That's why people do that. Look at that. A toxic relationship. You were obsessed, and or you could still be at the end of this, because you have a 9 of Wands, right? You could have felt really chained and bound obsessively to this 6 of Cups person. But it was not healthy, obviously. This was like you were tempted by the tight body, the youthful looks. This person's feeling it too, but they feel like they are not hurting as bad as you are, Virgo. 10 of Swords. This is the ego death. Just saying. Look at your younger self is looking that you had to extract yourself. Really, you did. You had to get out of this toxic relationship, or maybe you didn't want to. Maybe you still have this. Maybe you're praying and hoping and wishing. Let's look. No, it's ended. It's done. It's signed, sealed, and delivered. Over. But the pain is real. And this pain, I'm going to tell you, Virgo, this pain dates back to your youthful, younger self. Like, here's how I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I met someone that was truly amazing. Youthful, tight skin, collagen off the chain, fun, had that look in their eyes of desire, a temptation. And that person made you feel like you did when you were your first love. That person made you feel like they were your first love again. It's like you met your first love in another body of this youthful Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces on the back end. And it was so hard to let go because when you were in your youth, you didn't want to lose that person, but you did. That relationship ended when you were young. And then you meet this person and they remind you, it was like you were warped in time. You went back to your youth again and you fell in love with this person just like you had fallen in love with your first love. They might have even looked similar, maybe hair color change or eye color change, but they felt very real. And you've been so in love and you still couldn't get over that first love. So therefore you did attach yourself to this person who was very familiar to you like then. And now And I'm so sorry, because now this ending is like a repeat of how you felt when you let go of your first love as a child. Meaning your first love, like, 15, 16, 18, right? So you're reliving that pain. And now that reliving is so different. Why? Because you're older. Because you've been through life's ups and downs. And now it hurts even harder than it did. So, Virgos, I'm really sorry, but for the Virgos that I have been reading for the past however long I've been on YouTube, which is a long time, at least 10 years, I'm telling you, this person was hard to let go of because it reminded you of your first love on so many levels, and having a midlife crisis. And it's so hard to let go. Okay, I'm sorry. I really am. Libras. Let me know, Virgos. Libras, the 5 of Wands. Moving your energy, new directions, new life. 10 of Wands reversed, beautiful. What changes are coming in for you? Page of Cups. So, for some of you, it's like, I am not dealing with the drama, I'm not competitive. I will not stoop to be anyone's competition. You made it very clear about who you really are. I feel some of you, I'm going to say it with the 10 of Wands reverse, Libra. I feel some of you were not seen for your true essence, what you bring to the table. I feel some external people that you have been dealing with, right, this past year, have been really not giving Libras the, not seeing you for the value that you bring of your heart. I feel that you have been very difficult to read. Sorry. I feel like you've been difficult to read. People don't know who they're going to get sometimes, because some of you have been, which is beautiful, changing, kind of like the seasons change. You've been changing. You do have that entitlement. We all are entitled to change the way that we view people, the way that we view our lives, and the way that we view ourselves. So I feel that you have been transitioning your energy, and it's now being seen in the way that it should be seen, as this beautiful princess holding her heart and saying, and I'm visually seeing that scene in Notting Hill. I love that movie, right? With Julia Roberts, who she says, I'm just a girl. I'm just a regular girl wanting to be loved. And that's what you've been saying all along. But the people that you've been dealing with could be Leo, Aries, Sag, which have been reading your energy all wrong. Because while you've been changing, they've been they think that you're competing, or you want to compete, or they feel that they have competition, and that they can't hold, how can they hold a candle to someone who has their heart? They hold their heart. You hold, Libra, you hold your heart open for others to see. However, the indecisiveness that we have is because people people don't see the Libra in the right light, because we do change our minds. We do change our way of thinking. We are able to go with the flow. But we go with the flow because we see others being jealous. Some of you have people who are jealous around you. So who cares, right? You be you, literally. You're being you, and you don't care about what others are going to say and or think about you. Some of you are really wanting that offer of love. It's coming in, but make sure it's coming in for the right reasons. Let's look at that real quick, shall we? The Five of Wands is like competition. Someone feels like they lost you they were competing with someone else. And you know what's interesting is there was no one else. That's what I'm trying to say. Someone feels that your beauty is subjective upon the way they perceive, how they would feel. They feel, for some of you, if you were dealing with someone that you lost or you're no longer with because they couldn't compete, they didn't feel worthy of being in your presence, which is silly, but it's their insecurities, not yours. So they were projecting. So someone was projecting their insecurities upon you. And what did that do to the Libra? Do you know what it did? It made you look even more beautiful to others. You just stand in your own power of love. Something maybe about that song. I love that song, right? Luther Vandross. But you've been authentically yourself, right? And someone cannot stop wanting to be with Libra. This person may be coming back because we do have Leo, Aries, Sag here. It could be their sun, moon, and or rising. But let me tell you, are they coming back wounded? Or are they coming back knowing that they don't have to compete, right? Are they coming back because they know they effed up? Yeah, that's a yes. Someone's coming back into the fold. You have two fives, the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Someone is very clear now that they messed up by losing you, because now they understand what they've lost. Do you understand that? They now see you in a different light. Ten of Wands reversed. This put them, like, literally, this person that you've been dealing with probably tried to put you down by it was their insecurities that made them feel like they couldn't come 100%. They couldn't. They couldn't come 100% because they're 50%. So guess what they had to do? This person had to really reassess what they really want and decide for themselves that either they're going to come out of their jealous ways or their insecure ways of feeling that they always have to compete for your attention. And that's why the Ten of Wands is reversed. Someone had thought they had to compete for the Libra's attention. And that brought them to their knees. And they lost you. And then it's like, wait a second. I really did lose the person that I value and love the most. Why did I do that? Just because I feel like, just because the Libra is so beautiful that they can't hang on to you? And for what reason? It was their projection. They projected. And they didn't see your worth. They didn't value you. And they didn't treat you the way that a queen should be treated, and or princess, right? So I'm telling you right now, they saw you as competitive. They also, I'm going to tell you, they also see you as very youthful. Why? What makes, this is really important. What makes the Libra so youthful looking in nature? Not only because Venus is her planet, her ruling planet, but it's because it's the white light of love, from the white light of Jesus within her. So when we have an abundance of love within, in our hearts, that shows on the external. Remember that. And this person has been feeling this competition, and their insecurities have overridden what their heart wanted and or may still want. But you got to come 100%. You have to come with no insecurities to the Libra. I mean, you know what I'm saying, to where you're like, okay, this is what they're saying. It's interesting. Whoever you were dealing with, Libra, literally felt so out of their league. They literally competed. They tried to compete with others who weren't even there. They competed, and they competed from themselves. They competed themselves out of the game. Does that make sense? Did I say that right? They lost you because they thought there was competition, but the only competition was themselves. And that's how they lost you. Now, to win you back, they got to come 100%, because they may be coming back. But they got to come back with their heart in their hand. And Spirit says, and not up their, you know what. Seriously. I mean, really. Come on. We've been dealing with enough. That's petty. Libra, it's been petty. So, we're no longer tolerating that, because someone just literally they had themselves in the game of love and literally bowed out of the game of love, thinking the competition was, they were competing against they weren't competing against anyone but themselves. It's crazy, right? Taking yourself out of the game. All right, let's go. Scorpios. Scorpios, what? The sun. Oh, we're happy. We are happy. You could be dealing with a Leo, but let me tell you, you feel really happy. What's that song, right? By Pharrell? And Happy? I literally am hearing his song in my head. Magician. Wow. You are making yourself happy once again. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. The 9 of Cups. Wow. Scorpio. What? What a great read. You're happy. You are finding that your happiness within is now manifesting into your external world. Oh my God, I love it. You already are very aware of the people, places, and things that make you happy, and the loyalty, where the dog here, right? You realize who's loyal and who's not. It's like you've had this epiphany. I do feel that. I feel like you've had this epiphany. Like you've now just realized who's got your back, who makes you happy, what makes you happy. Not so much It doesn't have to be someone external, but it could be because it's a Leo. It's an external. It could be external to you. But it's like, you know, your home makes you happy. The people in your circle of trust, you only allow and are allowing the people that make you happy in the circle of trust. Maybe you've taken all of the excess baggage, and this is the time to release everything that doesn't make you happy, and you're doing it now. Wow. You've gained a lot of knowledge. I mean, look at the picture here depicting, a younger version and wisdom. The wisdom that you have gained is, I know what I want in my life, and that is to be happy no matter what, right? Whoever comes and goes, it has to happen like that, right? So now I only allow the magic of what makes me happy to really fill me. The sun is filling you up with such happiness. You're like over the moon. Some of you have a beautiful home. Some of you have a home with a rocking chair or a chair. It's kind of like that's your place. That's like your chair. Some of you have like a specific chair that you love to sit in. I mean, we are creatures of habit, right? Creatures of habit where you're home, but that one place, that one chair on your couch, that one seat on your couch makes you feel like comfortable. It's like putting on an old pair of jeans that make you feel just really good. This is the place that makes you feel really good. The people that you surround yourself that make you feel really good. That's who you are going to surround yourself with, and only with those kind of people. Something about the apple not falling far from the tree. I feel that whatever connections that you make that feel like home, you realize that these are blessings. You realize the blessings in life come from within, and then they emulate what it is that is within your heart space. Like you're finally seeing the fruits of your labor in terms of what makes you happy. And you realize it. That's the whole premise of life, is self-realization. So you've had like an awakening of what it is that really makes you happy, because you've already been through many trials and tribulations that didn't make you happy and took so much of your energy. Your energy was depleted by those external people, places, and things that did not make you happy. Some of you had to lose yourself in order to regain your true self, your authentic self. That's major. You lost a lot of your identity, which is your ego. You lost so many versions. These are like versions of yourself that had to die away, that had to leave your life in order for you to find yourself again. Wow, that's deep. Yep, you did. That's exactly what you did. You have found that you have had so many external beasts of burden. These are burdensome energies around you that you cannot take with you. And that's why now you are only allowing what makes you happy in your life. You're dropping, look, seriously. You're dropping all of the beasts of burden that you had, and that closes it up. The 9 and the 10. You dropped all those beasts of burden that you realized that came from within. You dropped those in order to what? To realize what makes you truly happy. Wow, that's deep, and that is your truth. And it came, yes, it probably came with a price, right? Dropping the beasts of burden, and the price was maybe circle of people in your life that are no longer worthy to be in your life. Right? You had to decide for yourself what made you happy, Scorpio. And that's what you've decided. You make you happy. Good for you guys. Seriously, you've had it rough. People have disappointed you. And vice versa, right? But that's how we learn. Okay, Saggies. Saggies, what is going on? Saggies. Wow, are you kidding me? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, perhaps an external, maybe feminine, maybe a boss, masculine, that's a feminine, has more feminine energy. But this is about your bag. You're making a lot of money. Some of you have saved a lot. You know that making money is difficult, so you save your money. You're not stupid about how you save your money. And nor do you, Saggies, tell people about how much money you have. Look at that. Queen, you have 2 queens. Oh my God. Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles. So you have a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, perhaps, and Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. This could be a couple that's your boss. These are your people. These are your peeps. This is a couple that they are your boss or bosses. And they love you. Wow, there it is. They love you. You could be receiving an offer of love. This could be a new job opportunity. This could be a new love. This could be a new love that is like they feel the same way you do. They see you as the queens. They see you compassionate, loving, grounded, smart with your money. Someone's offering you their cup of love. This could be true love for sure. They are on the same page as you, hence the page. Oh my God, look. Oh my God, Saggies. What? Wow. Look at how this works. Look at this. Look at that. The King and Queen of Pentacles with the Queen and Page of... Okay, so I'm going to say it. If this is a new relationship, you are on the same trajectory of long term. But it's new. So we don't want to commit too soon to a new love. Because we don't really, we have to kind of like build a foundation together. Right? So if you're just starting out in a relationship with someone, it's a new love relationship, but it's grounded, it's compassionate, it's loving. Your hearts speak to one another. You're very much, you have the same vision as another. You also could be learning from, like if you're working for a King and Queen of Pentacles, you're learning about money, how to save it, how to make it. You're also gathering perhaps some ideas, or you're sharing, Saggy, your ideas with someone about how to make money, and you're absolutely sharing it from a place of love. Meaning, if someone that you're working with and or for is just doing a job, their day-to-day job, they're working for money, you're helping them to see that money is not, you can't build a business or a future with someone unless you have your heart in it. Your heart is in it to win it. I mean, no kidding. The heart is in it, a power couple to win it. I am not kidding. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Some of you are learning. They're your mentors. This king and queen could be your mentors, or you are rebuilding. You just got into a new relationship, and I feel that the love is reciprocal, but I do have to say that someone wants to take it a little slower and build a good foundation and make sure that how you're building this relationship has a place in your future and not just in your tomorrow. Does that make sense? You have a love here that's a future, not just for tomorrow, not just for one day or 1 month. I want forever with this person, but I want to take it slow and steady, and I want to be smart about it. I want to make sure that we are both building a future based on all heart and only what the heart wants, but not doing, you know how some new relationships, they jump into a living together. You could be wanting to live together, but I feel that some of you are choosing to take it slow and telling that person that you just started dating, hey, you should live at your place, I should live at my place, and we will connect and be together, right? Because you don't want to start a relationship based upon, well, I'm going to fit the bill or they're going to fit the bill. I feel this is total equanimity in a relationship. Like you have your place, I have mine, and we date and we get to know each other and we do it the way that is building a solid foundation for our future, instead of let's just live together and see if it works. And then you're putting their stuff in boxes 6 months later. You're doing this relationship right. You're making this work because, why? Because you really have love for this person. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And this is why you're doing what you're doing. You are establishing a new foundation with a new person, and you're not doing it the same way, the same old way that you did it with your ex or any of your exes. You don't want to feel depleted. You want to feel, nor do you want to feel needed. You want to have a common vision in love. And this is why. You have left a relationship that you had a long-term standing foundation. You build a foundation, but it broke down based upon the fact that it wasn't truly what you wanted. It wasn't based on a solid ground. It wasn't. It was based on the illusion of what you thought love meant. Or maybe, let's say, Saggy, you were in a relationship, your past relationship, it looked good, let's say, on paper, but you didn't build a strong foundation because it was based on what it looked like from the outside. And then that's why, you now know that through the years you've learned a lot. You have this boy here who becomes a man. So when we suffer from heartache, we learn and we grow from it. But we don't want to hurt other people's hearts the same way we've been hurt. That's why we're taking it slow in this new relationship, even though we know that this may be the person that we are really seeing eye to eye with. Their vision is so, we are a power couple for sure. But we don't want to take it so fast that we're going to lose it. We want to be smart. And that's exactly what you're telling me. And that's what you're telling me. You're telling me that the last few, let's say 3 real relationships that you have had and that have ended have really not been on the basis of what your heart wanted. It was on the basis of what others told you you wanted, or what maybe you told yourself you wanted. And you don't want to be in this new relationship, in this new love relationship, on anything else but we have to build this right. People don't do that. People, meaning most of humanity, ends relationships, right? Only to move in together with the new one. Only to pack your bags, or you're packing a box of their stuff and saying, shit, you know, another one bites the dust. You don't want to do this again. And you're being smart about it. But you had to figure it out, and you did. And you also, I feel that, you know what, Saggy, some of you listened to what others wanted for you. You didn't listen to your own heart. You listened to what others said, or the relationship, like I said. Oh my God, it looked so good on paper. Everyone's like, oh, so when are you two getting married? Or when are you two, you know, tying the knot or whatever? Same thing. Or moving in together or whatever. You don't want to be that couple in this new relationship, Saggy. So do take it slow. You're telling me you're doing it because you're smart. Not only that, but you're following your truth this time. Not that you didn't before, because I feel that you literally, for some of you, I feel, Saggy, some of you convinced yourselves that you were totally in love with that person. It felt safe. It could have even been like you're in love with a bestie, but missing, you know, the passion. It was just convenience. It looked good, like I said. Okay. So proud of you guys, Saggies. All right, Capricorns. I am so proud. Okay. Capricorns. 6 of Swords. Moving on. Moving on. Page of Swords. Wow. Someone got cut out. Capricorn. Someone got cut out of the equation and or a job. Someone left a job that they no longer, maybe it doesn't fulfill them anymore. I just heard the numbers game. Someone may be an accountant or deals with numbers, and it's like so exhausting. It's like I have to cut myself out of this job. Zeus and Chocolate are playing. All right, you might have dogs that are playing. It's cute. Okay, so that's what it is. Capricorn, you're at this job and it's not fun anymore. It's not like, you know, you find spontaneity or excitement. You just are punching in numbers. You just don't want that job anymore. Right? Take this job and Some of you said that. Some of you literally said, take this job and shove it, I'm out. You cut yourself out because you're not happy anymore. Does this look like you're happy anymore? Seriously, look at that. Oh my God, they're telling me that you heard at work through the grapevine that others are making more money than you, that you're underpaid. Some of you are definitely found out that you're underpaid at this job and you're like, I'm out. You packed your bags and said, see ya. Some of you have red hair or you're dealing with someone who has red hair. Some of you could be Capricorn moons. This could apply to you. Something about being a swan or swans. Swan Lake. Swan Lake. You took your power back, Capricorn. Thank God, right? Some of you really did take your power back at work and just said, take this job and shove it. I'm serious. You found out you're underpaid, like your coworkers. Or it could have been, if it's not coworkers, it could have been your friends said, hey, Capricorn, do you know that what you do, you're not charging enough? Or not enough, but you're putting in more work than you are reciprocity. Something about paying attention to the details. So this could also be an accounting issue. Maybe someone did not, okay, sorry, but I am going to say it. I heard someone could have fudged their taxes, like saying that they paid into charity and they didn't, and they may get audited. Someone could be getting audited, just heads up. If you fudged your taxes in any way, you could get caught. I'm just saying. And you could have to pay out or you lost money. Some of you on your taxes, you said you truly are not making, or maybe you didn't realize that you weren't making as much as you did last year. You know what I mean? It could be like, wow, I'm crunching the numbers and now I realize that, I realize that I'm not making the money I was making, or I have to pay more than I want to. I have to pay out more, something like that. Yeah, I'm looking for a new job for sure. Some of you moving either job or homes. Maybe you're paying too much in taxes in your home where you live. The taxes are too high. I'm out. You have 2 moons here. So this could really apply to your moon sign for sure. Wow, some of you left a relationship. It's right here. Some of you said, I'm done in this relationship because they don't value me. They don't see that I bring intelligence and worthiness. They don't see my worth. Wow, really not see your worth. Maybe, okay, Capricorn. This is like the hardest part is you're a Capricorn. You've worked hard all your life. You've made your money, but you don't show up or you don't flaunt it. You don't tell people about what kind of money you make or what you have or don't have, right? You keep it to yourself. And this person never understood it and never saw it. So they may have just said, I'm out, without even giving you a chance to perhaps explain yourself. Page of Swords. Someone could have left without explaining why they were leaving. You could have a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Right here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Someone emotionally unavailable, which could definitely also apply to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, who has, so it's either water and air in their chart. If it's you, then Capricorn, it's you. Maybe you just emotionally like, I'm done. People have not been given you, they haven't been giving you what you so rightfully deserve. So this person, they're going back to that. So here you are, Capricorn, you've worked your butt off or whatever, and you make your own money, whatever. But maybe this person that you've been dealing with makes more money than you. Let's just say this person makes more money, or they have a better job, like meaning what we consider in the 3D as a better job, meaning they make 6 figures or something, and they think they're all that. They're ego driven by money, right? And you're like, do I need to have a title to be worthy of your love? That's how I feel. Someone didn't see you coming, for sure, because they underestimated your ability to walk away because you're not being considered, and they weren't being considerate. So someone left. And or it's a job. I'm just saying. Being undervalued because of someone else's assumption of what we make or what our titles are is absolutely ridiculous. Aquarius. Good for you, Capricorn. Hold your ground. Aquarius, 10 of Wands is reversed. The Star card, that's your card. So you're like taking your power back, girlfriend. Yep, you're taking your power back. And you know how you're doing it, Aquarius? You're being quiet. And you're changing the way you deal with relationships and people around you. You are not going to be crying, woe is me, any longer. You are taking your power back and becoming the wise, not becoming, I digress. You are the wise star. You are smart. You are smart in the sense that you don't put all your cards on the table, so to speak. You're taking your power back and you're using it to show others the quality that you live up to, that you are the star. You're the star. And whoever doesn't see it is that's it. I am no longer going to be taken advantage of and or used. 10 of Wands is reversed. I've been through this way too many times where people don't see me as the star that I am. That's your card. Are you kidding me? How can they not see that? Someone needs to take a back seat. I'm serious. I feel someone's going to take a back seat. And I'm not sure if it's going to be that they stick around to see you fly, or they finally appreciate what the star, and they appreciate what you bring to the table. Yeah. Someone needs to appreciate it. A Leo, Aries, Sag in particular. Yep. Someone may come and say, I'm sorry, I effed up. Yep. Someone could be coming back. A Leo, Aries, Sag could be saying, forgive me, I didn't see how I treated you. Maybe I treated you in a way that I was projecting. I treated you with disrespect. I didn't see, I didn't. Okay, so here you are in a relationship. Sorry, some of you are messing with your hair. Some of you have been in this relationship with this person many times. Like this could be an ex, right? Who you broke up and got back together again. Everything was good, but then the stuff came out again about how they didn't see you as the star that you are. And even though sometimes you don't come out lashing out like a Leo, Aries, Sag would and has done. I mean, Ten of Wands is reversed because someone has clearly lashed out and misusing their power because you're quiet and conservative. And I'm not saying that quiet all the time, because Aquarians are not quiet all the time, but they don't show you their hand. They just let you dig your own grave. Not literally. Seriously. A Leo, Aries, Sag may be saying, I'm sorry. I'm just going to say, a forgiving. They're coming in saying, I didn't realize maybe how much you meant to me. I didn't give you the time of day. I'm sorry. Aquarius, I'm telling you right now, if you're a quiet Aquarius, right, and you've been dealing with a very kind of obnoxious is the word that they want me to use, Leo, Aries, Sag, you've been with this person who's obnoxious and has been using your kindness and your quiet resolve to their advantage, right? And it's happened not once, but it's happened many times over the course of the last year. It's like you get back together with this person and they show up the same way, but it takes maybe a few months for their true essence to come out again, where they're, misusing their power. They're asking you to watch their dogs or take care of the house when I'm gone, or, why isn't dinner made? That kind of vibe. And you're like sick of it. And you should be. But, because you allow people to make their own way, you allow people to just really and truly show their true colors. And then you take your power back and say, enough's enough. And that's what you're doing. You hold the power, and you do. So if you haven't taken it back, you are now. You're sticking up for yourself and saying, I am not putting up with your crap any longer. Absolutely. Sorry, I have low power, low battery here. And that's what it's done. This low battery, the power in my phone is 20% right now. So that's what they've made you feel like. And you're no longer putting up with it. And no longer should. So you've taken your power back, and if you haven't done so, you are doing so this week and in the coming weeks. You're showing up as the star. And that's what Spirit's saying. Own it. Own it. It's funny what they're saying. It's funny how love makes us kind of overcompensate. And we forget what power we have in a relationship. All right, Pisces. The moon, Pisces. The moon with the Two of Cups. Ooh, this is juicy, is it not? And the sun. Okay, thank God. All right, the sun and the moon are here. So the mother and the father, masculine and feminine, is trying to recalibrate and balance in love. So if you're in a relationship, you are definitely balancing the scales of the relationship in love, where at one point someone was being very elusive, probably you're a Pisces, being elusive in a relationship. Now you're ready to open up, and perhaps now you're ready to open your heart once again. Some of you may have been in the middle of, healing, a breakup. You've been maybe dating and it hasn't been the best experience per se. And now you found someone who really opens your heart again, where you don't feel like you can't be, you can't show your heart. You can't show how you really feel. Some of you, one person is totally showing their heart and the other is not. The other is maybe a little afraid to show how they're feeling because they're still trying to heal from perhaps past relationships. But that's going to change. So some of you, you're healing your heart from past upsets that have been very elusive. If you are the elusive one, because Pisces tends to dive deep into a relationship, but sometimes you don't open your heart up. I mean, the moon is your card. You do have Leo in the sun. I feel like you're ready. Your heart has been seemingly opening up for others to see. I love that. And if you're in a love relationship, it's beautiful. You are opening up. You are. You're now understanding that part of a relationship that is balanced, that needs to be balanced, is that part of that is your ability to open your hearts, both of you. Two people that are in a relationship need to know that in order for a relationship to work out and expand, two hearts as one. That's what they're saying. Yes, look. You could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, Sag who left the situation because it was imbalanced. It could be it was an imbalance of a relationship because someone was elusive, and now this allowed you, maybe someone left, Pisces, a relationship because you were just not showing your cards. You were elusive. You didn't show your heart. Is this Pisces not showing their heart? And or was it a King of Wands is a Leo, Aries, Sag? Yeah, someone wants to be open and their heart is open now. Someone may be coming back, or it's a new relationship. Some of you have a new relationship where you're like, I'm starting new, brand new with an open heart. Or someone was waiting for the offer of commitment and longevity in a relationship. Like someone, you didn't know if someone was really in it for the long term, and because they were being very elusive, or you were. And now maybe an engagement. Yeah. You have been through it with this person. You've been thinking that maybe you were not meant to be with this person for a while. I feel that you were entrapped in your mindset of what a relationship may really be for you. And now you're coming out of it and opening your heart. Wow, look at that. Spirit's saying the only way that you're going to get this Ace of Pentacles is to open your heart. You got the moon twice. You have to, you or someone else has to come in to this relationship and or this new opportunity of rekindling something, maybe with a Leo, Aries, Sag, but this person, maybe it was you that was holding back. Pisces, if you truly want this relationship, Just all you have to do is open your heart. Show them your heart. Show someone how you truly feel. Okay? All right. I know that I'm one card for the collective, please. Uranus. Oh, wow. Surprise. Surprise, we're back. Surprise. I found out what I've really been all along searching for. It's Uranus, which is the element of surprise. So let's just say this is a week of surprises. Don't be surprised by what makes you surprised. So you're going to have the element of unusual circumstances, unexpected changes in your life that you didn't see coming. And they're not always bad. So don't think that way. Don't go there. Let's look at this week, guys, as an element of surprise in the best way possible. That Spirit is giving us what we rightfully deserve. All right. I send you guys so much love. Mwah. Take care.